Linda, let's talk a little bit about data. Are state agencies collecting data files on children? Would they be doing it in this legislation as well? And what kinds of information would that include?
Well, first of all, my organization's been working on data bills with the Minnesota Legislature now for 5 years. So data is something we do understand very, very well. Yes and yes. Families are having data collected on them. It happens through the Department of Health when mothers are their prenatal checkups. And then it continues on in the schools. That data is collected there. Once a family enters their child into the schools, data is collected. And more specifically, when children are receiving early learning scholarships or the School Readiness Plus program, a scholarship that's coming out of the Preschool Development Child Grant or the Child Care Block Grant or the CCAP, you've heard of all of these grants. They have specific data that is collected on them. They're given an SSID number, which is a state student ID number, which means all of their information is going directly into the MARS system and directly into the state longitudinal data system. For little children and babies, this is called ELSA. It's the Early Learning Services data system, I think. And they also adjudicate scholarships. That's where they administrate the scholarships. They go hand in hand because they're getting the data straight off of the scholarship administration. So yes, there's data being collected. Now, what kinds of data is being collected? Well, 5 years ago, when we did research into this, we found that there were at least 1,000 data points collected on every student in the public schools. And so it's 5 years later now. I haven't really looked into the number of data points collected, but I'm sure it has skyrocketed because that's just where our society is going. But the kind of information that is being collected might be interesting to your listeners. We'll have cognitive testing, which is already going on, health and development screening, social and emotional skills as the schools see them, physical skills, all testing that's done on the children behaviorally, psychologically, and so forth, as well as even those parents who come in and sign their children up to have physical and occupational therapies through the schools. They'll have data collected. So all of these areas, every time, and even we know that in some districts, they've really gone online. That is to say, personalized learning very, very strongly. Some districts are completely online now. And so as they put these school-issued devices into the hands of young children, 3s and 4s and 5s, everything from the time they log on with their state school ID number, everything is collected. Everything is collected, and it's all sent to into the state longitudinals. So, yes.
That's incredible.
Data is collected.
1,000 data points. I'm hard pressed to name 10 or 20 without then going, wait, what else? What else could there be? 1,000 data points on your preschool children. It seems ridiculous.